Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. As this week I wanted to take a look at something a little bit different that I've had for a while that I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at today. And that is the line of Mattel Justice League Minifigures. These came out in around, I think like 2019, 2020, and you mainly saw them at stores like Dollar Tree. They had them on the pegs, and I think other stores like Big Lots sold them in like a set of 5 that you can get. And they're just really neat, so I figured I'd, take a look at each one. We'll open them up and take a close look at them today. Now, I have to say, I do not have the entire series. I believe there is a full set of 9. There are multiple versions of Batman. I have 2 here, plus the Joker, Superman, the Flash, and Wonder Woman. The ones that I do not have is you have 2 other alternate versions of Batman where you have armored Batman, and then you have more of just, instead of his blue and gray outfit, you have like a black and gray outfit, so that's kind of like more like a Batman the Animated Series look to it, I believe. And then you have a really cool Superman, which is, you have like from the Death and Return of Superman in his all black suit, which is really nice. You have Cyborg, which is really hard to find. And then you also have Aquaman. And most people probably wouldn't care about Aquaman, but I've always been a big fan of Aquaman. Aside from, all the terrible storylines and the jokes at his expense. So I really wish I could have gotten a hold of at least an Aquaman figure and the, Death and Return of Superman figure to round out my collection. But these are the 6 that I have. So I believe that's actually... it's actually 10 total. The 6 here, then you have 2 extra Batman, the extra Superman, the extra... Oh, and then you have Aquaman and Cyborg. So it's actually, there's a series of 11 where some of these are a little bit harder to find. So we'll just take a look at them one by one, and let's check all of them out. So first off, we have, this is what I would like to call either the Keaton Batman or like the Tim Burton Batman. This is his classic look from like Batman Returns and stuff like that. So he has that great look to him with the black bat suit, the yellow belt, the yellow and black Batman logo. I like how he just has that stern pose, very menacing with his cape blowing in the wind. Now, these are really nice. They're really done well. Little, for being little carded minifigures. I like, they just look like little shrunk down action figures. That's what they look like to me. And I think for, paying $1 for them when you pick them up at Dollar Tree, I think it's pretty good. Nothing really too special, on the back here. Like I said, I think these were 2019, 2020. I don't really see a date here, but that's when I remember seeing them in stores. So let's go ahead and we'll open them up. Let's take a up-close look at them. So there we go. Got some really nice paintwork, I think, considering that it's only $1. I really like the bases on these, even though for the most part they're all the same. I think that really adds to like the texture and the figure and just the overall presentation. So you could make your own little display for these or whatever, and like they look really good. I really like especially how his cape is blowing in the wind, just how he's looking straight ahead. And yeah, this just totally looks like the Batman I remember from like the 90s Batman movies, like Batman Returns and stuff. And this looks really good. That's a really well done figure there. And now let's take a look at the next Batman figure I have here, and this one is more from like the 80s kind of Batman. 80s. I wouldn't say Adam West, but this is more like your transitional phase for Tim Burton. Did some creative license to Batman's costume there, and like you do see this in a lot of newer Justice League shows and movies and stuff, cartoons, what have you. And it's pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever been a bigger fan of the gray and blue suit. Probably the black suit overall I think looks the best. But again, this is a really nice little figure. And I think it's cool that they did so many different versions of Batman because, you know, he's really, let's say, Batman's lived like so many different lives and like there's so many different timelines in comics that he's never the same person from iteration to iteration. And so here we go again. We got a nice pose. It looks like he's getting ready to, you know, beat up some thugs. Again, with that good stern look on the cowl. Like I said, the bases they're slightly different. The rocks are in different positions depending on like the different foot positions here. And very good detail and color. They really do a good job with the cape, I think, making that flow in different positions. And just really nice. That's a really, really good version of this black and, or sorry, the gray and blue suit version of Batman. So very cool. And then we couldn't have Batman if we didn't have the Joker. So this was really good that they did this. I think this is a pretty nice pose. Let's go ahead and we'll crack this open and take a look at him here. And this seems to be like a fusion to me with this Joker, because I can't really pinpoint it. If I was gonna say, I would say this is a combination of like Jack Nicholson's Joker from the '89 Batman, which is what it mainly looks like, and there are some, there's actually quite a few hints from like even the 60s Batman and to some of the Batman the Animated Series. So it's like, it's a fusion. Like the face is definitely Batman the Animated Series, but just the eyes and the smile really remind me of like Jack Nicholson. Plus the suit and the cane, that's more like '89 Batman and even like 60s Adam West. I think that's kind of silly with his coattails kicking up like that. I mean, it looks okay, but it just, they stand out so much from the rest of the figure, and they kind of take away from just the overall look of the Joker. And I think if you just kind of, like if you just cover them up and you just had like the Joker like that, I think that's a much better representation than all this silliness going on in the background. But overall, this is a really well done little minifigure, and it really captures most of the Joker, aside from that crazy coattails flying around. And I think coattails, this is the wrong character to do. Even though they didn't do the Penguin, Penguin's more known for his coattails than the Joker. So it just, I think that's kind of a wrong direction to go there. But overall, I still think that this is a really nice Joker. So still pretty well done. Alright, so on from Batman, now let's get into, I would say, more of the Justice League. At least more directly, because Batman's always been a part-timer, even though he's been the leader of the Justice League off and on. But when I think Justice League, I mainly think of people like Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, stuff like that. So here we have a really nice Superman, and I think they did a really good job with the paint. Let's get this opened up here. And this one's really cool because I really like the reflective metallic blue, which is like a combination, like reminds me of like the new, like the newer DC Justice League movies and stuff like that. And also, it's like some of the old and the new, so it kind of appeals to like pretty much any Superman fan, I would think. If we can just get that to focus there. And I think the face is done as well as you can for such a small figure. I think like I said, the paint is really well done. The hair is really well done. The S on the chest, the emblem, the belt, the blue and red tights, the cape, the pose where it looks like he's either landing or getting ready to take off. I think that looks really good. And yeah, just a really nice little really nice little Superman figure. So again, well done, and I really like the paint work on this. I think that's really well done. Alright, and of course, can't take a look at Superman without taking a look at the Flash. Wisecracking Flash here. So let's open him up and take a look at him. And there's no way you can talk Justice League without talking about the Flash. Just that iconic red and white and yellow outfit. Very simple, but looks fantastic. The paintwork on this is done really, really nice. It has that nice gloss to it, so it has that nice like sheen, which I think is really good that they did that, because it just really makes the details pop. And there's not a lot going on here, but his action pose is really, really good. That's just such a good pose for him, you know, moving around, and just imagine him zipping through time or racing Superman. And just what a great pose that is. That just looks fantastic. So really well done. And then last but not least, of course, you can't talk Justice League and Superman, you know, without one of his main friends in the Justice League to help balance him out, and that's Wonder Woman. So let's take a look at her. And again, a really nice little figure we have here. Her outfit's done really well. They got a lot of the details with the stars, the gold paint on the front of her boots, the red boots, her blue and red and gold dress. A little misstep on her gauntlets, though. I believe they're supposed to be gold, not silver. We got some paint that rubbed off on her lasso with the red on the gold. The face and her tiara looks good. The hair looks nice. And overall, pretty well done, but a little bit sloppier on this because of the paint and maybe some... I mean, I could be wrong here, but I remember Wonder Woman always having the gold gauntlets and bracers. But overall, just like a lot of the other ones in this series, I really think that this Wonder Woman also looks really nice, and they did a good job with this as another part of the Justice League minifigure line. Well, alright guys, that's going to do it for me taking this quick little look at the Mattel line of Justice League minifigures. I think they're really neat. They're really hard to find in Dollar Trees and stuff like that, but if you see them, you know, if this is your kind of thing, I recommend picking them up. They're small, they're easy to display somewhere, you know, where you don't have a lot of space, and they really look like, you know, their counterparts. They really have a lot of different action in their poses, and I think that that's what really sets them up, you know, so good, is you can really see the little Justice League universe come to life in such a small pose. And I mean, heck, for only $1, why not? So hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at this little line by Mattel today, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.